There we go. Sorry, I was muted for a second there because I was setting up the actual audio recording that I'll start in a minute of the episode. That's going to be the kind of the episode 0 of the PhD Dojo in English. Last week, I launched in French with Sarah Perrier. I have a co-host on the French side of things. But yeah, this is going to be a solo section where I'll be talking about stuff that we talk during Papa PhD interviews. But the idea is to, in 5 to 10 minutes, distill tips and tricks, advice, and maybe some realizations that stem from the conversations I have on the show. If anyone's online and can just tell me that the sound is okay, that would be great. Also, I have some sound effects that I'd like to test. So I'm going to do that right now. And because later on I'll say, welcome to the dojo, and I'll do this. But on my side, I can't hear it. Yay, thanks. Okay, I think that is Ido. Thanks, Ido. This is great. It's great to have someone to give me some feedback because that's it. I don't hear like if I play sound effects, etc. At least I haven't figured out a way to hear them. Okay, there you go. Cool sound effect says I think Ido Rosenzweig, all the way back in Israel from the What to Do with That podcast. We have friends that are watching. That's so cool. So yeah, the idea of live taping these is that you get kind of a backstage, a behind the scenes of how I record this section, the PhD Dojo section, but also if there's a few minutes before, a few minutes after, where we can interact. You can ask questions, you can share suggestions, and that'll be a great opportunity for me to interact with you guys, with the viewers, with the listeners, which is kind of a rare thing especially when you're strictly a podcaster. So now that I know that everything is fine, I have some notes that I'm going to follow, and what I'm going to be recording is kind of a pitch. And by the way, if you're on LinkedIn and you haven't heard of Pitch Club and you want to practice pitching, whatever is there is in your life that you want to pitch, it can be typically it's in the context of startups, etc. But it can be any project. Join the Pitch Club. It's a free group to join, and every week there's a chance for you to pitch, to watch other people pitch, and to give feedback, and then to come back and improve on your pitch. And this is where I kind of honed what I'm going to try to do for episode 0. I hope it's going to go fine. And given that now a few minutes have passed, and I think I've said everything I wanted to say, I am going to record the episode. So bear with me. I'm gonna hit record on my DAW here. There we go. Okay. Oh, something's wrong. Okay, now it's good. Minimize it. So let's try. This is my first try at doing this live like this. So bear with me. I hope it's going to be okay and not too ridiculous. So here we go. Welcome to episode 0 of the PhD Dojo. So today I'm going to pitch this new segment of Papa PhD to you. It's called the PhD Dojo because I want it to be a space where you come learn things that you can apply in your life as a PhD, as a graduate student, but mostly and given that we're in the universe of Papa PhD, mostly in the context of improving your career readiness. So the way I'll do it is with a pitch. And the pitch goes like this. So you've just started your PhD. You're probably excited about starting your program, or maybe you're a little overwhelmed with the day-to-day of graduate school. But have you given any thought to the day after your defense? Has anyone talked to you about career readiness? You're probably saying, well, I just started grad school. Why is David talking to me about career readiness now? I thought I could postpone thinking about any of that for a few years now that I started. Look, I hear you. I hear you, and believe me, I was there during my PhD myself. But after conversations with over 100 PhDs on the Papa PhD podcast, and based on recent studies and publications that have come out in the last few years, I'm coming to you a little bit like Marty McFly in Back to the Future to warn you. Your PhD ends in 3 to 6 years, depending on where you are. But the clock for your career readiness starts ticking today. So if you've listened to this, I just ask you one thing. Join the dojo. And at this time, joining the dojo is very simple. It's just going to the Papa PhD YouTube channel, subscribing and following, and also subscribing and following the podcast on whichever podcast app you use. And this way, it'll guarantee that these capsules, these episodes that I'm going to prepare, you'll get them delivered to you whenever they are published. And this is it. Join the dojo, keep learning, keep preparing for your career after the PhD, be it academic or not. It's just going to be a plus for you, and it's going to be a loss for you if you don't. And believe it, I was there. I was at the end of the PhD, having almost done nothing to prepare myself in terms of my career readiness. So again, thanks for having listened, and I hope to have you here every week. Bye-bye. Okay, there we go. This was interesting. I'm going to stop the audio recording here. This is it. This is what I wanted to pitch today. It was interesting to do this in front of the camera like this, and having you guys watching and listening. And I think I might need to do it a couple of times more to start feeling that it comes naturally. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the kind of teaser I gave to the PhD Dojo. As of yet, it's going to be simply a segment of the podcast, either on video for this live taping or on audio on the actual podcast, where it's going to be edited and shortened. But my idea is to complement the long form interviews that I'm doing on Papa PhD, where guests kind of share their story and we go more in depth into how they went through the PhD, what worked, what didn't, is to kind of distill from all those conversations like small 5 to 10 minute tidbits and pieces of advice and of tips and tricks that I think will bring you more actionable items that you can take take home, and that will be able to accompany you throughout your PhD and career readiness journey. So this was it, the first live taping of the PhD Dojo in English. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. It's a bit different than usual. There's some emotion, here, but I hope it was okay for you, and I hope to see you here. Actually, I said every week, and it's every 2 weeks because I alternate between English and French. if you are bilingual, it's every week for you. If not, I'll see you in 2 weeks. So thanks for being here. I hope you'll enjoy what I'm preparing on the PhD Dojo, and I hope that you'll keep enjoying the cool interviews that I am preparing and bringing every week on Papa PhD. So, and by the way, it's all on the same feed. You don't need to subscribe to a new podcast. It's just going to be interspersed between the interviews. So again, thanks for having been here. This was fun, and I look forward to getting better at it. So yeah, bear with me while I'm getting my hand at it. But yeah, thank you, and see you guys soon. I hope here and in comments if possible. So bye bye.